of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mira's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
There's really no secret about our approach. There's really no secret. There's really
Here you leave today and enter a world of
Mickey Mouse! A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers!
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites.
A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together
in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Well, y'all know how make a man feel good. Yes, you do. Shout out to the 27 people that were here, 19 people, 17 people, all the people that are here. Thank you so much. Welcome, and hello. You welcome in to another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. Now, this name is absolutely hilarious. I don't know what this is. LOLLAM. Well, welcome in and glad to have you here. So, listen, y'all know we talk about Disney parks all the time. Just got done with a Disney Live where I was able to expand Disneyland and Disney's Composition of Magic California Adventure theme park from 2 parks into 4 parks, with the middle being Disney's Keyblade Drive, a brand new entertainment district inspired by the world of Kingdom Hearts. And then we talked about Disney's Imagine Nominal Nebular Azure, which I switched to Disney's Frequency Nominal Nebular Azure, or as Fullerton would say, Disney's Frequency Nebula, right? So it's interesting because I really am tired of Disney being stupid. And this is another blip on the radar leading up to D23, which is going to be happening August 13th through the 15th, right? So, with that being said, I think I should show you the D23 trailer just so you can see how big Disney is trying to make themselves. And then we're going to get into some things because, as you guys know, we talked about this morning how there was some cruise line workers that got caught with CP, including some workers that worked for Disney Cruise Line, right? So that's a whole separate issue, but I do add that to the timeline for you all here. So give me a moment as I bring up the D23 trailer here. Hopefully your Friday is going well. I had a good time today. I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings, got lemon pepper hot. I love the flavor. Now, if you could just bring back hot barbecue full time, we'll be straight. Let me get that trailer. And then, of course, you guys know we can't really start off a Disney show without a Walt Disney introduction. So I'm going to get him up here as well. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Got a lot going on in the control room, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on to our yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Sorry, y'all. Oh, come on, damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, stream. No. StreamYard be StreamYarded sometimes. Are we down? Is the intro down? I think it's down.
Come with me if you want to live.
There we go. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is, hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Let's get Walt Disney introduce the show, and then we are off to the races, everybody. Here we go, everybody. I said it's really not a Disney Live until we do this, so give me a moment. All right, here we go, everybody.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Oh. Ooh. The Disney that once was, man. The fun starts right from the space, right here, and right now.
This is a global event as Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Disney Cruise Line join Disneyland in celebrating 50 years of magic. It's the happiest celebration on Earth.
Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals and the dreams that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Thank you, Walt Disney, so much for that, good sir. As always, it's good to see you. Now, let's get to this D23 trailer. Child, I don't know if Disney knows what they're doing. I think from a business side, this trailer makes a lot of sense, but from a fan side, they are falling dead on arrival. Let's watch. Here we go. Excuse me.
Hello, D23!
Let's go! It's incredible. It's unbelievable.
Welcome to the most magical showcase on Earth. There's so many things to see.
Who else but Disney could pull off a weekend like D23?
It's everything Disney.
It's a huge part of our life. You're going to love what comes next.
Dr. Seuss.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. These truly are my people.
The surprises are going to be huge.
We are building a villain's land at the Magic Kingdom.
Everything is magical. You have to be here.
This is the biggest film ever.
There's a lot of you guys out there. Wow.
23.
There's nothing like Disney. You guys are the best fans.
You are the magic.
August 14th, 15th, and 16th. I said 13th, my bad. But I do believe something's going to happen the 13th. before all of D23 is going to happen. Now, I want to go back to
a once-in-a-lifetime experience. These truly are my people.
The surprises are going to be huge.
Now, you see Mickey is rubbing his hands together, very excited. But to be real with you, I think if we could talk to Mickey Mouse, and we saw the Warp Zone skit before, Mickey is not happy. He's not. Neither are the Disney fans, right? And you probably are wondering about the title, right? BB King, if the thrill is gone, does anybody want to wish anything well if there's nothing to see? What is Walt Disney World right now? It is a construction site, right? It's a construction site. It is a construction site. So while you have D23 going on, you have Disneyland, right? And Disney's California Adventure and Disney World, all construction sites. So the magnitude of the D23 Expo is not going to be as big as it could be, because what is there to engage with? Because you can't really engage with concepts. And we all know how amazing Disney is with executing concept art, right? Said no one ever. The show of what's to expect, how D23 might be in trouble, etc. Exactly. As fans might say, don't believe the hype. Exactly right. And I've been saying for a while now that Destination D23 was marriage therapy, and D23 is the wedding day. We are May, June, July, August. We are 4 months away from the wedding day or the start of the divorce for Disney fans. Everybody's getting their tuxes ready. The women are getting their wedding dresses ready. And hopefully by the time the theme park presentation is happening from the Honda Center, it's wedding day and not the start of signing them papers, in the words of Usher, okay? And to be real with you, it's hard to feel that Disney can be something when you have a little something like this that's already out here. Sorry, y'all. StreamYard.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
New adventures every day. So while D23 is going on, you have Universal, who does not have an official fan club, whooping your ass with rides and attractions that are open. Now, I know what the Disney fans are going to say. Well, we're getting upgrades. Okay. Upgrades usually happen to add to the excitement that's already there. If you have to add upgrades to make the place more exciting than what it is, are you really succeeding? I'm just asking questions. By the way, Jeff Bell was the Disney World president that recently stepped down. Apparently, he was the person that decided that the Rivers of America should be taken out. I don't know a lot about Jeff Bell, but that's kind of what I've heard through the grapevine, right? So then, with all that being said, I really feel bad for Mickey because he's rubbing his hands here. And then a little bit later on, Mickey is going through the crowd here. And you see Mickey is just, he's high-fiving, but he's not connecting, you know. I do think that's cool that Mickey went through the crowd. I think that's amazing. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering, Braylon, what's that thing right there? So let me zoom in if I can. Let me see. Can I zoom in? Should be able to. Oh, no. Hang on. Go back. Right there. So you see that thing right there? That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a teleprompter. So when you're hearing all these Disney announcements, okay, it's being read off the prompter. So if you are like right here and right here, you can actually see what the audience is going to know before they do. Which I'm not saying to sit there with your phone and like, you know, look at the prompter and like, you know, text what the announcement is in real time. I'm not saying that, but you could. But then again, it's like you got to really extend your head out because it's a big teleprompter. But anyway, I'll add Jeff Bell can respond to certain emails that questions his decisions rudely. Oh, damn. Damn. That's not good at all. Not at all. So, like I said, it's cool that Mickey's, you know, high-fiving the audience, but if we could talk to Mickey, does he feel like the high fives are real because there's a connection with their arms, or is he high-fiving as a part of his duties as the company face? That would be the question I would have for Mickey. So let's get to this from Disney Tourist Blog. My God, today. Disney's chief financial officer claims the parks are full. Disney World attendance wait times and deals suggest otherwise. Let's get to that. Here we go. Disney chief financial officer Hugh Johnston appeared at the 2026 Magnificent Media Internet. I was about to say Media Entertainment, but Media Internet and Communications Conference, and asserted that Walt Disney World cannot increase attendance because the parks are already filled up. This post covers his past comments, the parallels to past statements by company leadership, and what he gets right and what's merely puffery. For starters, Johnston is reiterating what we've been hearing for a while. This same line of logic, well, logic is in the eye of the beholder, has been used since the turbocharged announcement a few years ago, and is arguably what sold Wall Street on the company investing $60 billion on theme park expansion in the first place. Even if we're critical of the accuracy of Johnston's statements, we can certainly get behind the spirit of the messaging to its intended audience. If this is what convinces analysts and investors that this is not just the correct course of action, but the necessary one, the case closed. Sorry, folks, the parks are full. The mounts out front should have told you. During the conference, Johnston was asked about the balance of building out capacity, attendance growth, and pricing strategy. Here's his reply. Without expansion, we don't necessarily have the ability to grow attendance massively because it's already filled up. Now we could jam more people into the park, but then the guest experience times, that's actually bad for the brand. So you don't want us to do that, and we don't think it's a good idea either. So then we add capacity. Without a doubt, it creates opportunity. We're seeing that in Paris right now to basically allow more people into the park. So you mean like Disney's Adventure World with a Frozen Land, and that's the only thing y'all got? That's expanding capacity with one land? With Frozen Ever After that you can experience at Epcot? That's expanding capacity. Having Olaf fall on his back, that's expanding the capacity for live entertainment. I'm just really confused here. And don't worry, I'm going to give my opinion on this because honestly, Hugh Johnston is a dumbass. He is. He is. He absolutely is. And we're going to explain why. Let's continue on. Now, as a good analyst, you would ask the next logical question, does that mean the yield is going to go down? That's not been our experience because when you put in a big new attraction, you actually see a surge in demand for it as well. We tend to fill up expansion really quickly without having to discount. In fact, it actually offers some ability to charge more because essentially you're offering something new that wasn't there before. We have the ability to grow attendance as we expand capacity. I would expect to see both pricing and attendance growth over any 3 or 4 year time frame. But at the end of the day, I want emphasize attendance as sort of a critical variable. I think we're going to do well with it. It's ultimately the combination of yield and attendance that matters most. Some of this probably sounds familiar for recent earnings calls. Let's break down what he's saying and why he's saying it along with our response. Rise of the resistance, end of the line. You know, that has such a dichotomy to that. The rise of the resistance from the Disney fans, and Disney saying it's the end of the line. Quit remembering the good shit. We don't do that. We don't give a fuck about y'all. You know, I'm sure Josh tomorrow has like a, YouTube alert for every time I go live and just like, guys, Braylon's on us dumbasses again. Damn. You know, I'm very simple to get along with. I am. Truly, I am. Truly, I am. If you don't do dumb shit, I won't have to call you out on your dumb shit. It's quite simple. But because you keep doing it, I have to keep doing this. I do. I don't want to. Like I said before, it's not that people don't love Disney. They just don't love this version of Disney. It's not that people don't love Disney. They just don't love this version of Disney. It's not that people don't love Disney. They just don't love this version of Disney. Okay? That's it. That's it. If we didn't love Disney, me, Phil Florentin, would not have done everything that we've done up to this point with our BFP Imagineering lives, which we're going to get to here in just a little bit. Because the parks being filled up is bullshit. It's bullshit. It is some bullshit. We're going to get to why here in just a minute. My God. Today. Disney talks its book. Disney has a long, rich history of tailoring its messaging around to talk of its actions. Whatever they are doing, it's going to be emphasized as a positive, although the argument could just as easily rather be made that it's less of a tail wags the dog situation. Disney makes the right decision for its business and then explains that accordingly. Regardless, we've heard a lot of messaging about Disney's approach to pricing and discounting, along with crowds and attendance over the years. Back in 2010, then chairman of Disney Parks and Resorts, Jay Rostallo, said that Disney World planned to slowly wean guests off of discounting. Rasulo and then CEO Bob Iger talked about ending deep discounting on countless earning costs. They indicated that these extreme measures put in place by Disney to prop up attendance and occupancy during the height of the recession was no longer necessary. They talked about how expansion coming online would mean the end of discounts and more price growth. So here's the thing, right? When you do that, what you end up doing is you are canceling different avenues for people to have access to you. Let me say that on the big screen 2 more times. When you do that, you are eliminating ways that people can have accessibility to you. When you do that, you are eliminating ways for people to have accessibility. The free Disney dining plan that allowed people to be excited to taste the food, right? When it came to having Fast Pass, and basically Fast Pass is Disney's version of the Tapu Tapu from Volcano Bay. What you do, or what you used to do, was you would put your theme park ticket in a machine. The ticket will pop back out with a Fast Pass from this time to this time. Then you will go ride any other ride that doesn't have a long wait time. You go and get a Dole Whip and chillax on a bench and all that stuff. And then when it's your time, you go back and you ride the ride. If you want to talk about accessibility to start the vacation, there was a thing called Disney's Magical Express, where when you got into the Orlando International Airport, if you got on the Disney Magical Express, your luggage would be at your hotel room. So that way you could chill the first day. As the fireworks are going off behind me, ladies and gentlemen. If you all remember, Disney decided to give away water park tickets, right? Here's the gag, though. Here's a gag, ladies and gentlemen. The water park tickets were only good for your first day of vacation. So just imagine you a family of 4, family of 5, family of 4, family of 5, so that's 3 kids, 2 adults, right? Or it's a group trip. Imagine you flew in, you rode on a train, y'all drove, whatever the hell you did. You tired. You finally get to your room. And if you don't use your water park tickets that day, they're expired. Imagine that. Right? Now, the smart thing would be to do, hey, listen, it's on the house. Use this during any time on your 7 days of your vacation. That would be a smarter move, because now you're giving them an option, right? You're giving them a chance to breathe. I can't hear nobody. And then let's not forget that little tiny thing, curse you little tiny thing. Shout out to Despicable Me. There was a thing called extra magic hours, where you could get into the park an hour early or stay in the park for up to an extra 3 hours after everybody else had to go home if you were a Disney resort guest. Now, the only way you get that is if you stay at a deluxe Disney hotel, and they cut it down from an hour to 30 minutes, and you can stay in the park for 2 hours. Oh, and did I mention at Disneyland, they got rid of the 30-minute entry, and they're only giving you 1 lightning lane for your whole vacation? So if the parks were full, I would think that Fast Pass will allow people to move to other parks, so that way the park can free up in breathing room. I would think extra magic hours would allow the guests to go back to their hotel room and relax, so that way they can come back to the park and to have that extra time. I think that would be a way for it to breathe. I would also think that the Magical Express would allow people to go to their room, chillax, so that way other people can go, they can have resting time. I would think those 3 things would have helped with park capacity. But oh no, Hugh Johnston is a smart one. Said no one ever. Let's continue on. one more thing. Does anybody remember during the Happiest Celebration on Earth how there was the park hopper option, but then there was the water park and more option where you could go to Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, you could go to one of the golf courses, the Richard Petty driving experience, Disney Quest. Like I said, if the thrill of what you could experience or what you can experience is gone, why would anybody wish anything well to Disney if there's nothing to see? Because you're not giving anything worthy of them wanting to say something important. But hey, Josh tomorrow gets to be the fucking CEO of Disney. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good. Truly. I am fine. I know a lot of times it sounds like I hate Disney. I hate what Disney is doing because I know they can be better. That's what makes me upset. If I didn't like Disney, I would not have done all the Disney lives I have done, and we would not have done all the Disney lives that BFP Imagineering has done. Let's continue on. Okay. There's an old adage among attorneys: if you have the facts on your side, pound the facts. If you have the law on your side, pound the law. If you have neither the facts nor the law, pound the table. That expression can be applied to all facets of life. With its corporate communications, Disney is often pounding on the table. Disney emphasizes the things that make the company look good and more valuable to shareholders, while also attempting to spin those into positives for consumers. When every other metric was abysmal in mid to late 2020, Disney emphasized guest satisfaction and intent to return metrics on corporate earnings calls. Okay, so intent to return is different than the throughput of how many people are returning. The intent to return metric is different than people returning metrics. The intent to return metrics is different than the people who are actually returning. So, hey, listen, you could have potential, you can have a potential so you can have an enrollment rate, but that's different than retention rate for colleges, right? And so if your enrollment rate and your retention rate aren't good, then you don't get funding from the government and from, the state. Let's continue on. With all that said, this isn't to claim Disney leadership is incompetent. Oh, that's so cute. Disney Tourist blog. You're trying to stay within the confines of giving Disney a fighting chance. That's so nice. That's so sweet. That's so kind. That's why we're here. And above all is superficial spin. And all the above is superficial spin that's unsupported by fundamentals, despite the stagnant stock price, which has virtually nothing to do with the parks. Walt Disney World and Disneyland have performed exceptionally well over the last 5 years. Guest metric spending have exploded. The Experience Summits has set new records more times than I can count. Clearly, the leadership team knows what it's doing, and nothing should be construed as claiming otherwise. I don't know about that because there are plenty of videos on YouTube talking about Disney adults going bankrupt to go to Disney. There was a great dystopian documentary talking about the pricing of Disney and the weddings, right? And there was a couple that had to decide between food at the wedding and Disney characters showing up for pictures. Okay, so I think that's in the eye of the beholder. Okay, he joined the company when Iger came in. His employment contract ends January 2029. I'm referring to Hugh Johnston. B.B. King and Ray Charles. Wonder if Fullerton knows Ray Charles. You know what? Let's not do that because that hurt me. We were on a group call, and I said, "Hey, can you guys check out the title and the thumbnail?" And Phil's like, "Great job." And Fullerton said, "Who's B.B. King?" I'm like, "My heart, my fucking heart." Just Jesus, I just, oh my God. I was ashamed beside myself and disgusted with his behavior. Jesus. We still love Fullerton, though, but moving on. What we are suggesting is that the parks are not filled up and without the ability to increase attendance. Discounts are needed to fill up parks and resorts. Factually, with the exception of the revenge travel era, waning guests offer discounts has never happened, and that was absolutely an outlier aspect of demand collided with constrained capacity as Walt Disney World struggled to operations back up after furloughing too many cast members. Discounts since have been aggressive by historical standards, in some cases bringing prices back in line with 2018, 2019. These deals are undoubtedly a reflection of Walt Disney World not opening a new attraction with mainstream marketability, read to national artists and non-fans since Tron Light Cycle Run. By the way, Tron Light Cycle Run is from Disneyland Shanghai, and the ride only is for like 1 minute. I'm sorry. That could easily be a 3-minute ride. And since you're doing construction, I feel like y'all should just shut down trying to actually do that, because I'm sorry. What? And what? Let me see how long the Haunted Mansion is as a ride. Let's see how long that is. How long is the Haunted Mansion for as a ride? Excuse me, y'all. 7 to 8 minutes. So you mean to tell me that the Haunted Mansion is more quality than a 1-minute roller coaster? But it's the speediest roller coaster at Disney World in Disney World's history at 60 miles per hour for a minute? Okay. Hey, you know what? Maybe if Tron Light Cycle Run was like a 3-minute ride, maybe that would give people more time to get ready to ride the ride. And maybe that can help ride capacity, because the longer it is, the more that people can get in line for it. What a shocker! Moving on. I don't doubt for a second that, all else being equal, the economy, Disney World will scale back on discounts in 2020 and 2029 once the next wave of marketable new editions starts opening. But I'm also apprehensive that winning off guests of discounts will occur then or ever, rather. So that is at the Art of Animation Resort. Discounts themselves have marketing power, and Disney learned studying at Cole School of Business that's better to rack rates and offer stronger sales for the appearance of better deals. Similarly, target special offers can reach audiences that need rare incentive to visit than the general public. And despite being a rite of passage vacation, Disney World is so large scale that they'll always need to be somewhat responsive to the state of the American consumer. The here and now is worth pointing out that Disney World has released a deluge of discounts already in 2026. Just today came a Florida resident deal for $65 day admission, which follows the return of the 4-day four-day magic tickets, up to 40% off resorts for Florida residents and annual pass holders. Stay longer and save more, up to 30% off room-only discount, deep discount on rooms starting at $99 a night. $99 a night. $99 a night. You know what? Let's see what rooms, right? Because I'm assuming that these will probably be the value and the moderate rooms, there ain't no way you're going to get to the Contemporary Resort for $99 a night. Ain't no way in hell. Let me see something here. Give me a moment. Now, I want to show you something here because there are rules with this. This offer is available to Disney Plus subscribers who will have enrolled in the Disney Plus Perks program. Disney Plus subscriber must stay in the room. Advanced reservations require 2-night minimum length of stay required. Must be consecutive nights. 14-night maximum length of stay. That's 2 weeks. Offer excludes the following room types: 3-bedroom villas, all deluxe suites. I told y'all. I told you. You weren't going to get to the Contemporary for $99 a night. What's wrong with you? I know Walt Disney World said it's the most magical place on earth, or the happiest place on earth, or whatever the hell. But that don't mean that they going to execute it for you. That's the fantasy. That doesn't mean they got to make it reality and execute. Standard location rooms at Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside, Little Mermaid. Standard rooms at Disney's Arm and Animation Resort, and Resort View and Water View rooms at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. So, let's see the rooms. Okay. So here we go. Disney's All-Star Sports Resort, standard rooms for $109 per night plus tax. Disney's Port Orleans Resort, Riverside, standard location, 5th sleeper rooms for $179 a night. Disney's Art of Animation Resort, Cars Family Suites from $269 per night. All these are plus tax. Saratoga Springs and Spa Deluxe Studios from $299 per night plus tax, and Animal Kingdom Lodge Savannah View rooms for $89 per night plus tax. And then right here, now those rates that I just read are from July 2nd to July 4th, 4th of July weekend, okay? July 9th to July 11th, August 6th to August 15th. Now for these here, this is from June 21st to July 1st, July 5th to July 8th, and July 12th through August 5th. All-Star Sports Resort, standard rooms for $99 per night plus tax, Port Orleans Riverside. Standard location, 5th sleeper rooms for $169 per night. Disney's Art of Animation, Cars Family Suites from $249 per night. Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa Deluxe Studios from $279 per night. And Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge Savannah View rooms for $369 per night there. So that is that there. Now, some people are going to say this is exclusion. Okay, this is classism. Yes and no, right? And it's funny that this is the way it's happening, right? More like 55 seconds. Like, I'm never standing in line again for 80 minutes for trying roller coaster, light roller coaster. $99 is a box at Disney Parks, so right? Yeah, for that room for $99 a night at the sports resort, people will get that, right? Disney, you want to live inside the box. I mean, you remember the details inside the box on Playhouse Disney was very roomy. You know, you're shady. You're so fucking shady. I cannot listen. With all that being said, it's interesting because me and Phil were talking about this. I asked him a question, and I'll come on the big screen for this. With the Disneyland Dream Suite, which is now 15 Royal, where you can take like at least 7 guests or 10 guests and spend $15,000 to eat inside the Disneyland Dream Suite, and the Cinderella Castle Suite that you can only win through context, or you have to be very, very select. You have to be selected by Disney. I'm like, how cool would it be if you were a D23? No, seriously, I'm just keeping it a book. How cool would it be if you are a D23 member that you could enter a sweepstakes for you to stay either at the Disneyland Dream Suite or the Cinderella Castle Suite? Now, here's how this will work. If you are a free member, you get a 3-day, 2-night vacation, and you get to stay at the Disneyland Dream Suite or the Disney or Cinderella Castle for your whole vacation. But if you're a gold member, you get a 7-day, 7-night vacation in that room for your whole vacation. So whether you're free a free member, whether you're a gold member, you still get something, right? And I thought that would be cool because it's just like, okay, well, if y'all not going to charge people an arm and a leg, you might as well give it to your fan club, right? And I feel like that's the same thing that Disney Plus Perks is trying to do, right? So, not surprised by it, but then again, as you guys know, Disney is trying to make a super app, and they're trying to make everything through Disney Plus. Then what's the point of it? So, like, you don't have to have a passcode to get to the Disney Plus streaming platform, but then everything else, the Disney Plus app is free. Like, what the chat? I can't. Shit. Along with the stackable kids eat free promo, right? Let's go back to the article. Okay. Make sure the article is on, because sometimes when I'm reading, I don't have the article up. So, yep, just like now. Okay, there we go. I got the article up right there, along with the more stackable kids eat free promo. To repeat one of our favorite phrases, Disney doesn't offer discounts out of corporate benevolence or charity. They're doing so because the parks and resorts are not filled up to capacity, although the hotels are much closer. And I would hazard a guess that even with these aggressive special offers and surprisingly strong slate of additions, summer is still going to be somewhat slow at Walt Disney World. That is the one and only Animal Kingdom. Attendance still below 2019. The easiest argument at Disney World is if it comes via attendance stats, which are still far below 2019 levels, despite several new attractions opening since then. Across the board, Disney World attendance increased almost every single year from 2007 to 2019. Cumulatively, the increase was by tens of millions of guests, with attendance at Magic Kingdom alone climbing from 16 million to 21 million guests. Here are the attendance totals for 2019. Magic Kingdom 20.96 million, Epcot 12.44 million, Hollywood Studios 11.48 million, Animal Kingdom 13.9 million. So it's interesting because Magic Kingdom, of course, is number one, but coming in at number 2 is Animal Kingdom. Number 3 is Epcot. Number 4 is Hollywood Studios. So that's interesting. Now here's the attendance for 2024. Magic Kingdom is still good, but look at this. From 20 down to 17 million, right? Epcot from 12 to 11, so that's not really a big jump. From 11 million to 10 million, that's not a big jump for Hollywood Studios, just 1 million less. But 13.9 down to 8.8 million. My God, the 2025 attendance report has not yet been released, but it's expected to be somewhere between flat and down 1% based on earnings calls. We don't know for sure since Disney measures by fiscal year, which differs from calendar year. Of course, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge there. Disney World seems mostly okay with not hitting the 2019 high water mark for attendance, and Johnston alluded to this with his comments at the conference. Similar sentiment has been expressed in the past by DeMar, Chapek, and Iger. I'm skeptical that they're entirely okay with it, which helps to explain the more aggressive discount we've seen lately. The precipitous drop at Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom still being 3 million below 2019, along with both Epcot and Hollywood Studios still hovering below 2019, despite adding blockbuster new lands and attractions. Since then, can't possibly be the desired outcome. There's no way that was the plan. With that said, per guest spending is the company's key metric, and they've achieved inevitable growth there. They've also managed to record revenue, and the experience division is now the engine that powers the entire company. You know, that's really nice. That's really nice that the parks fuel the whole company. But I wonder what happens when you don't maintain the engine. I wonder what happens when you don't maintain the engine. I wonder what happens when you don't maintain the engine. Do you know why companies have different divisions? So that way there can be cash flow distributes it evenly. So if the theme parks go under, the TV division is doing good. We just take some from the TV division and add to the theme parks and be fine. If TV's down, we can take some of the money from film and put TV. You know what? Film is down. We can take some of it from the merchandise and put it in film. There's always a pot, right? There's always a pot to grab from and a pot to put it in, right? But what happens when your parks is the main pot and people stop putting money into the pocket? What happens when people want to stop putting money into the pot? What happens when people want to stop putting money into the pot? Because see, what has happened now is they have achieved Walt Disney's ultimate dream, right? That the parks run everything. Walt Disney knew that he needed his entertainment empire to expand, but he also never forgot that the films and TV shows are what allows the parks to be great. So if the parks go under and the other companies inside that family are not doing well, then what the fuck do you do? Visit the junkyard, and that's what happens when you stop caring. Exactly right. So they're, oh my God, the theme parks. Oh man, they're the whole company. You know what happens when something gets too heavy? Oh God. Oh damn. Oh shit. Oh no, I can't. I'm trying. Braylon, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to hold the theme parks up, but they shit right now. Damn it. BFP Imagineering and Braylon did more shit than Josh Tomorrow and Hugh Johnston and all those dumb fucks has never done. They don't have the capacity, capable of copying their brain cells to actually give a fuck. I'm trying. Oh God, it's hurt. Oh God. Oh, okay. Can TV lift it? No, TV division sucks ass. Oh fuck, we don't invest in the TV. Fuck. Okay, what about the movies? No, movies ain't good. Okay. What about merchandising? Right? Everybody loves Mickey. Mickey's never had a original movie, and Epic Mickey is got. Oh fuck. Oh no. The theme parks are dead. No. Now, do you think Josh Tomorrow and Hugh Johnston are going to be this honest with you? Fuck no, that's why I'm here for. I'm the chemical X of media, culture, and entertainment. Okay? Now, don't worry, we're going to get to why Hugh Johnston said a bullshit answer at a huge conference. Just a little bit. Just trust me. The words of John Moore, just hold on a little while longer. Let's continue. Excuse me. In reality, the company wants to have its cake and eat it too. The intersection of higher guest spending and higher attendance, meaning that if guest per spending stats can be maximized at the same time as Magic Kingdom breaking the 20 million barrier, Disney will absolutely take both. That isn't possible over the course of the entire year, so they aim to thread the needle and balance those desires, especially with after hours park events, run Disney 5K. They used to have ESPN the weekend and Star Wars weekend and ABC Soap Star weekend. You remember that Disney live entertainment division with all the expos and stuff like that? They could do stuff like that. They could do D23 the weekend and just have content creators fly in. But they won't do that. No. Because they believe that they are stable enough that you will go to them regardless and they don't have to put anything new in to make you excited. Disney also needs to maintain a certain level of guest satisfaction. If what I heard is accurate, that took a fairly noticeable hit in the 6 months pre-COVID, which is one reason why Disney World has eased back on the attendance accelerator is now increasing park capacity. Wait, it's increasing park capacity, but Hugh Johnston said that park capacity was full and that Disney World is like to the gills, right? But it's saying here that it's increasing park capacity. So is Disney World that park anymore, or are they not? I'm just now to the Pixie Dusters, don't get mad at me. I'm just asking legitimate questions. 90s was a gold mine and movie for Disney. How else did they expand so fast? Braylon, moving on, Braylon. Move on, Braylon just explained it. Thank you very much, good sir. I'm just asking legitimate questions. How can you increase park capacity, but the CFO said that they are at park capacity? How can the chief financial officer say that they are at park capacity, but they're increasing park capacity? How can the CFO be at a big conference and say that, but yet they're increasing park capacity? That's like somebody, let me say this a little big screen. That's like somebody saying that Monstropolis is coming to Disney World, and then they believe they can go over to a whole nother country like Brazil, I don't know, and then say where Monstropolis is going to be dropped, and then not expect for it to get back to the people. Oh my God, you know who did that tomorrow? Do you know why I pay attention to everything? Because even though everything may not have a purpose at that time, it doesn't mean it's not going to have a purpose at a appointed time. Do you know why I pay attention to everything? Because while everything may not have a appointed time at that time, doesn't mean it's not going to have an appointed time later on down the line. Do you know why I pay attention to everything? Because even though everything may not have an appointed time at that time, doesn't mean it's not going to have an appointed time later on down the line. Let's continue, shall we? Good God. Oh my God. This will also explain why Chapek was so eager to tout guest satisfaction and intent to return metrics on earnings calls in the COVID era, as they probably improved considerably over the lows from roughly October 2019 through March 2020. The parks were truly unsustainably overcrowded then, and some degree of course correction was needed. By the way, shout out to the thickie in the background. Okay, just want to say that she looks Indian and black. By the way, shout out to that thickie as well. Yes, just we love the thickies over here. Amen. Praise him. Hallelujah. Moving up. Okay. Peak and off-season extremes have different filled up levels. There are certain times of the year when the needle is not threaded and this balance is not maintained. Holiday weeks, especially the peak between Christmas and New Year's Eve, are still the busiest and priciest of the year. It's a story similar around spring break, fall break, other major holidays. While some fans may not along at Johnson's claim that the parks are filled up, anyone who has visited during both a holiday weekend, a random day in August or September knows that there's a massive difference. There's no such thing as the off season. There's no such thing as the off season. Rather, it's a claim that really grinds my gears, and it's addressed at length at 10 ways Disney fans are wrong about crowds. Suffice to say, the busiest days of the year are usually December 28th through the 31st, with often average of 60+ minute wait times at Walt Disney World. This is across all attractions, from popular shows to headlines, with the latter having triple-digit weights that easily clears the bar for 10 out of 10 crowd control. By contrast, many dates in August and September have average wait times of 20 minutes or less, which barely registers at 1/10 crowd level. It should be fair to say that there's a massive difference between 20 minutes and 60-plus minutes, a full 40-minute spread. By the way, something else, too, you guys got to remember, is anytime Disney does anything within the parks, it's a big deal, right? So let's just say, for example, right, one of the biggest things that happen there, and like I said, there's many, after hours events that happen, right? I believe Disney, grad night was a huge thing. You also got to think about the youth programs that they have as well. They got to block off certain things and stuff like that for performances. So there's many different events that, Disney does, right, in order to gain money. But one of the biggest times is the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade. Now, you want some insider tea? I'm about to ruin everybody's Christmas Day, and I don't give a damn uck or ish about it. You're ready. I'm going to tell you anyway. So here's the thing. It used to be live on ABC. Yeah, it used to be live. Regents of Kelly were live from Walt Disney World. And there was a live shot of things happening at Disneyland. But you know what ended up happening? They're like, hey, you know what? Let's just tape it. And do you know when they tape the Disneyland, the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade? They tape it in November. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bray, why do they tape it? Well, let's just say there's a big music artist that can't perform live on Christmas Day. They're able to get all the music acts. They're able to get all the, special guests, this, that, and the third. And then what you see on Christmas Day was taped in November. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve? How they go out to the West Coast? Yeah, that was taped in November, too. You don't have to believe me. You can just look it up. But there is something magical about it happening in real time. And magic can never be taped. Magic has to be free in real time. Gold D23 members can have extra magic hours and can participate in the Christmas Day Parade. How about that part? That's not bad. I like that. Actually, you know what? That would actually alleviate a lot. All right, my friend, I'm gonna finish up the article and give my final thoughts and everything, and then a little bit later on tonight at 8:30, be back here because Byron Allen is going to create with stars. Everybody should be worried and excited. It took me a minute, but I think I've pieced it all together. Let's join back here at 8:30. We're gonna have a good time, as always. Let's continue on here. Any of us would agree with Johnston that those late December dates are full at Walt Disney World, arguably still more filled up than they should be. It's even if a far cry from 2019 levels. A similar story with other times. My recent morning with 10 out of 10 crowds at Hollywood Studios certainly struck me as too full. Sorry, y'all. But if you went from the 83-minute average at Epcot Year's Eve to the doldrums of Diet Epcot on June 14th and 15th last year, there's no way anyone reading this would believe that the line was anywhere close to full. Dead or empty would be the words to describe. Would be the words used to describe that. The point we're making is not a contrarian take that the 60-plus minute dates are not full. They absolutely are. Rather, that the abundance of 20 to 30-minute dates are not full. From our perspective, it is hard to credibly claim that the extreme lows are filled up and there's no room for attendance growth, given the massive difference between those and the actual peak dates. And there is Disney at Christmas time, everybody. Yeah. If you primarily visit during school breaks or peak season dates, you might be inclined to believe those are cherry picked examples, and that for the most part, Disney World is close to full, despite having millions of fewer annual guests per park than 2019. I will argue the opposite, that the parks are not close to full most of the year, and the peak dates are what's the outlier. In fact, our most recent Walt Disney World crowd report discussed how now that spring break is over, we are in approximately 5 month stretch to low tomorrow crowd levels. This is precisely why we've advocated for Disneyland caliber targeted summer ticket deals. There's plenty of excess capacity in the parks. Utilizing it will be a net positive for both guests and Disney. It will make more of that unused space, capture more revenue for the company, and making Disney accessible to more middle class Americans. Win, win, win. You may quibble with the specifics, but I don't think anyone with experience of truly busy dates at Walt Disney World will argue that more than a handful of dates between mid-April and mid-October qualify as filled up or anything close to it. If the parks were truly full or anything close to it, there would be a negligible difference in crowd levels because all dates would be close to whatever capacity ceiling Disney had set to balance congestion, comfort, revenue, etc. But in reality, there are still massive swings in crowd levels, plenty 110 to 310 days, along with 710, 10 days. And the differences between those crowd levels in terms of average wait times are often quite significant. They're not virtually indistinguishable, as would be the case if the parks were always full. Where credit's due, Johnston were talking only about Disneyland when asserting that the parks are mostly full and cannot massively increase attendance. I will wholeheartedly the swings there are not usually extreme. It's been a while since we experienced a dead day that wasn't rainy. If anything, the contrast between Disneyland and Walt Disney World underscores how much excess attendance bandwidth the latter has. There is there. Indeed. How to fix full parks. The good news is that if Disney has an issue with the parks being full, there's other ways to reduce crowds while increasing capacity and attendance beyond waiting for the new attractions to come online in 2028 and beyond. Beyond physical park expansion, another option is adding entertainment. This is something that can be done on a quicker timeline with stage shows, atmospheric acts, street atmosphere, parades, nighttime spectaculars, all helping to absorb or redistribute attendance. This was one of the goals with Rivers of Light, the whole Animal Kingdom After Dark initiative. With the major exception of the Starlight Night Parade at Magic Kingdom, Disney World has largely gone the other direction in the last several years. Even pre-closure, entertainment cuts were occurring with regularity. Even as attendance increased post-reopening, there's still a ton missing. The other solution is extending park hours. Oh my God, that thing of extra magic hours would be amazing, which increases park capacity and spreads out crowds. This occurs in effect because the average guest does not stay for the duration of the operating day, but rather a subset of it. Most people are not commando tourists who can go from road drop to park close regardless of hours. They'll do about 8 hours of the day on average, arriving early or staying late. Extending hours decreases the overlap and thus crowds in the process, and allow attendees to redistribute crowds in a natural way. This is a time-tested solution, and is why Magic Kingdom used to open at 7 a.m. during peak season days and stay open until midnight in the summer. Even then, Main Street was busy until 1 a.m., as plenty of people will stay out until 2 a.m. or later unless the weather is prohibitively cold. It's also why Magic Kingdom used to have extra magic hours until 3 a.m. and to stay in the parks up to an extra 3 hours. 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Yes, indeed. Oh, my God. Ultimately, that's why I argue that Disney World is not filled up in a meaningful sense of the term most dates. Moreover, on the dates when the parks are actually full, such as around New Year's Eve, there's still a willingness to pack more people in at the right price points. What Disney World wants to optimize wait time, costs, and pricing to improve margins. That's precisely why the company has reduced hours and entertainment instead of adding more to help absorb crowds while also cutting other costs. It's not at Disney, it's an increase in attendance. It's that the actual goal is yield management, and they are incredibly efficient at that. There's also the fundamental question of whether having fewer people and by extension children experience rite of passage vacations to Disney World is a bad thing. I argue that it is and definitely should not be the company's strategy. It's my position that Disney's deep discounts to increase occupancy has been a net positive, whereas there's a ton of runway, more aggressive ticket deals between mid-April and mid-October. But this is a topic and one we've already covered at length elsewhere. And there is Clarabelle. Yes, indeed, that is Goofy's girlfriend. Yes, a cow and a dog are together as a couple. Moving on. Regardless, we fully support Johnston in his messaging to Wall Street that Disney World is full and needs expansion to increase attendance after spending years watching Disney World be the cash cow that was milk dry while the company threw away billions of streaming and absorbed boondoggles. Is waiting to see investors and analysts finally discover that the parks and resorts are viable businesses. If anyone from Monarch is reading this, I take it all back. The parks are all way too full. If anything, they need $80 billion of investments as opposed to $60 billion. So as long as zero of that is allocated towards Fortnite or a super app. So, first of all, what an article. Shout out to Disney Tourist Blog. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. The reason why Disneyland and Disney World are not where they need to be is because there's nothing to see, right? As you guys know, I did a Walt Disney World rebrand master plan where I basically gamified all of Walt Disney World, and I came up with a brand new fifth park that had that, one land could have been 39 Clues, Kool-Aid, Epic Mickey, what was the other one? Because I remember them all, I believe. Give me a moment, y'all. Give me a moment. Okay, give me a moment, y'all. Hello, 2 people. Hello, 3 people. Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. Live.
How are you? Hi, Jeremy. Hello.
Okay. Summarize the video. For EQU frequency. So I said 39 Clues, Epic Mickey, Kool-Aid Galaxy. Oh Lord, we have a troll. We have a troll. We have a troll. We have a troll. Now see, this troll is my friend. Yeah, trash, but yeah, I got to 1 million total views. Okay. All right, moving on. So like I was saying before, so I was so rudely interrupted. Like I said, 39 Clues, Epic Mickey, Kool-Aid Galaxy, Monopoly, a Metropolis, and Astrobot, the PlayStation game, right? So I said that the fifth part could be one of those. What I did was combine all of those, right? And here's the problem. Disney has nothing worth seeing. Do you know why? Love you right back, man. It's all good. But listen, the reason why Disney is sucking ass is because, I appreciate you. Listen, we good. But like I was saying, the reason why Disney is sucking is because there's nothing to see. There's nothing to see. When I can experience the movies, the TV shows, the merchandising, the Disney on Ice, the Disney Live, right? I know the Disney story. When the story's all around, what's the point of going to the parks? You need rides and attractions that you can only experience at Disney World or Disneyland. Because the way Disneyland and Disney World worked was your family and friends would go, and then when you got back from vacation, you couldn't wait to tell everybody about it. And then that fueled all the sales. But now, because everything is so about clicks and views and likes and comments and subscribes and this, that, and third, Disney has evolved from, creativity and being about who they are to now chasing metrics just to keep up, right? And that's exactly what's going on. Because, like I said, my Walt Disney World Rebrand Master Plan, I gamified everything with games from PlayStation and Epic Games, which Disney invested $1.5 billion into, but also, too, all those games I talk about, none of them actually have movies. And honestly, I would just go with that. I really would. I would take my Walt Disney World Rebrand Master Plan and do it to the highest completion of completionism, right? In addition to that, Disney's imagination with studios that expands the definition of combining the magic of Hollywood with the powerful imagination of Disney, because that needs a direction. It hasn't had one for a long time. It's just been a hodgepodge of things. And then with Disney's Animal Kingdom, we put in Happy Feet, Ice Age, and a whole tundra. Disney is doing anything for attention, and they forgetting that they are best when they have a purpose and they're about the purpose. So if you want to know why Disney is not full, it's because they're not giving anything worthy to be seen or given a fuck about. And that's factual. Just being honest. Like I said, it's not like people don't love Disney. They just don't like this. They just don't love this version of Disney. I really believe that. Disney could not make it to 100 years if people did not love Disney. Why am I going to go to Disney where it costs more for me to get in than, how do I put it? Why would I go to Disney where I have to pay more to have peace in my vacation rather than my peace being respected? Why would I go to Disney to pay more to have peace when my peace can just be respected? Why should I pay more for my peace at Disney when they should just respect the fact that I'm paying? Why should I have to pay more for my peace when my peace should just be respected? I can go to Universal where everything is open and there ain't no classism. I ain't gotta wait for a long time just for something new to be built. Child, that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So, with that being said, we are going to take a little commercial breaky break, and we'll be back with more rap. Like I said tonight, come back because we're going to talk about Byron Allen and what he is cooking up with stars. I have a very good feeling where Byron Allen's going to go, and all I gotta say is the media industry should be very, very, very scared. But for everybody else who is a content creator, you should be very, very, very excited. We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Brave lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Brilliantly got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless achievements. Today, we celebrate another thrilling moment, the creation of a spectacular new Disney theme park resort coming to Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is a place where heritage meets innovation, a place where we preserve our past while designing the future.
Bringing a Disney theme park resort to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, marks a historic milestone in our journey as a global family destination.
The 7th Disney theme park resort destination represents a new frontier in theme park ambitions. Our resort in Abu Dhabi will be the most advanced and interactive destination in our entire portfolio. The location of our park is incredibly unique. It's anchored by a beautiful waterfront, which will allow us to tell our stories in completely new ways. Ultimately, this project will be a celebration of what's possible when creativity and progress come together.
What we are creating with Disney in Abu Dhabi is a whole new world of imagination, an experience that will inspire generations across the region and the world.
This collaboration represents a powerful fusion of Disney's unmatched legacy in storytelling and Mirar's commitment to bringing world-class entertainment to our guests.
Abu Dhabi's vision for the future is to create a legacy for generations to come.
Disneyland Abu Dhabi will be authentically Disney and distinctly Emirati. An oasis of extraordinary Disney entertainment at this crossroads of the world. It will bring to life our timeless characters and stories in many new ways, becoming a source of joy and inspiration for the people of this vast region to enjoy for generations to come.
Here you leave today and enter a world of...
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward. really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
In Disney's 102-year history, there have been many defining moments and countless.
Here you leave today.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward.
Here you leave today and enter a world of Here you leave today and enter a world of
A world of princesses.
There's really no
Here you leave today and enter a world of
A world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers.
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites.
A world of throwbacks.
A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more...
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once...
Please, please, please.
It's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I'm loving it. McDonald's.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 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 I'm loving it.
I'm loving you right back so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back in to Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. What a live this was right here. We talked about Hugh Johnston and how he lied, basically about the fact that Disney World is full and the park capacity is full and this, that, and the third. I want to end it with a skit that I think will describe everything that's been happening with Disney. Give me one moment, y'all. And then after this, we'll do the Daily Motivator, and then we'll head on out of here. I'll rest, and then I'll be back here tonight to talk about what Byron Allen is getting ready to do in the world of media. And oh, buddy, it's a very well executed plan, except one problem. I'm clocked in to work, and I got it. Give me one moment here.
Oh man, Bob. Can't believe we're finally going on that fishing trip we've been talking about for all these years. Bob and Bob, Iger and Chapek, the dynamic Disney duo back at it again.
Yeah, can't believe it either.
So where's this super secret lake you're taking me to? Hope it's not too far away.
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy.
We'll be there before you know it.
What? Bob, what's going on? What are we doing here? Where's the lake, Bob?
I think we both know there's no lake, Bob.
Oh, sorry, y'all. Hang on. Y'all can't even see it. Hang on. Let me go back. My bad. We're live. All right, here we go, y'all. One more time from the top. Here we go.
Oh man, Bob. Can't believe we're finally going on that fishing trip we've been talking about for all these years. Bob and Bob, Iger and Chapek, the dynamic Disney duo back at it again.
Yeah, can't believe it either.
So where's this super secret lake you're taking me to? Hope it's not too far away.
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy.
We'll be there before you know it.
What? Bob, what's going on? What are we doing here? Where's the lake, Bob?
I think we both know there's no lake, Bob.
Bob, come on. Please.
Clean yourself up, Bob. The boss wants a word with you.
Bobby. What an unfortunate situation we found ourselves in. And after only, how long has it been, Bob?
2 years.
2 f***ing years. Oh boy, that's gotta be a record.
Mickey, boss, please.
No, you shut the f*** up, Bob. This isn't Good Morning America. You sit there with your pie hole shut and your cloud ears open. Disney's not doing well, Bob. Not doing well at all. Revenue's down, parks are in disarray, and worst of all, the customers aren't happy. And if the customers aren't happy, well, then I'm not happy. You understand what I'm saying, Bob?
But boss, it wasn't my fault. The virus. The virus changed everything.
Oh, really? So I guess it's the virus's fault that Bob screwed Scarlett Johansson out of her Black Widow residuals, leading to a massive lawsuit and tons of bad press for Disney.
I don't know, boss. Sure sounds like a Bob problem to me.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Rule number 1, Bob. Don't f with ScarJo. Everyone loves ScarJo.
My daughter sure does, except now she won't even make an appearance at her birthday party.
Look, I'm sorry about ScarJo, okay? And yeah, I might have mismanaged the streaming services a little. And I know I'm responsible for the stock drop. But if you just give me a little bit more time, I think I can...
Oh, boy, Bob. You think this is just about money? Look, losing money every once in a while, it's fine. No big deal. Happens to everyone. We're Disney, for Christ's sake. It's not like we're not going to make it all back. No, Bob. What really chuffs my buttons is you did the one truly unforgivable act. You f*** with the magic, Bob.
Why'd you have to f with the magic, Bob?
You don't with the magic.
What do you mean? How can I fuck with the magic? I wouldn't fuck with the magic. I love the magic.
Bobby. The magic isn't the movie stars, or the classic rides, or even a cool Dole Whip on a hot summer's day. The real magic is the illusion that we actually care about the customer, that we love them, that we're as emotionally invested in them as they are in us. The magic is what keeps the light shows a-running and the cash a-flowing for generations.
I do really love a cool Dole Whip, though.
And in less than 2 years, you've nearly undone a century of hard work!
Mickey, what are you talking about?
You've been a complete ass! You're arrogant on investor calls and interviews, you openly antagonize Disney adults.
Disney adults. Now there's an oxymoron.
Yeah, sure. We all know that Disney adults are the most insecure, entitled, and maladjusted people on the planet, but you don't say that part out loud! And worst of all, you have the unmitigated gall to brag about how good you are at adjusting prices on the fly in order to take people for all they're worth, while a massive recession looms.
Come on, Bob. It's like you don't even pretend to care.
You make people realize that we're just a soulless, greedy corporation like everybody else.
Look, maybe I'm not the best in interviews and on camera, but look at the parks. That's where we make most of our income, and I've made them more profitable than ever.
Yeah, and how exactly did you go about achieving it? By allowing heaps of trash to pile up all over the parks, letting the rides fall into disrepair, overcharging customers for every single aspect like a coked-up mobile game company, and gutting the annual pass program.
Come on, Mickey, even you hate annual pass holders. Statistically, they spend way less money per visit and eat up park capacity during peak months.
Yeah, no shit. Which is why we've already been slowly phasing them out, little by little, year by year, by incrementally increasing the prices, slowly removing features like PhotoPass, and adding more blackout dates. If you do it all at once, those idiots will realize what's going on and make a big stink about it, leading to more bad press for us. You might have realized that if your foresight extended any further than that little Sheriff Woody you got between your legs, but no! All little boy Bobby cares about are his short-term gains. Short-term gains that come at the cost of long-term magic.
Mickey, please.
You took Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, and turned it into some discount Knott's Berry Farm. I'm done with you, Bob. Bob, do what you gotta do.
No, Bob, it's me, your boy, your protege. How could you do this to me?
I gave you everything. I acquired Pixar and Star Wars, built out the box office busting MCU. The parks had never been in better shape. Revenue had never been higher. I handed you the diamond-studded keys to an entertainment empire on a silver platter. And how do you repay me? By f***ing me, Bob. You f***ed me, and you f***ed my legacy. All those years of hard work, down the shitter faster than a Tomorrowland f***ing turkey leg. How could I do this to you? How could you do this to me? As far as I'm concerned, you're getting exactly what you deserve.
No, Bob, please. You don't gotta do this. I'll do anything. Anything!
It's funny. Michael Eisner said the same thing, too. But at the end of the day, business is business. Here's a check for $20 million. We wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Now I'll never be a billionaire.
Ooh, boy, that was intense.
Now I want to go back to something that Mickey said.
Wait, annual pass holders. Statistically, they spend way less money per visit and eat at park capacity during peak months.
Yeah, no shit. Which is why we've already been slowly phasing them out, little by little, year by year, by incrementally increasing the prices, slowly removing features like PhotoPass, and adding more blackout dates. If you do it all at once, those idiots will realize what's going on and make a big stink about it.
Wait, say that again, Mickey?
And adding more blackout dates. If you do it all at once, those idiots will realize what's going on and make a big stink about it.
One more time, Mickey. I just want to make sure that I heard you correctly, good sir.
Dates. If you do it all at once, those idiots will realize what's going on and make a big stink about it.
So because Disney never really gives a fuck about the parks and then do it over time to always make sure that the parks had something good, we make a big stink about it because Disney doesn't give a fuck about its customers. Shocking concept. Some imagination, huh? With that being said, everybody, that is it for the show. Mickey, me, Phil, and Florentine, and the fans are trying to get back to that Disney that you love so much. But I mean, when you got idiots at corporate, brother, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's end it with the Daily Motivator. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Give me a moment, y'all. All right, here we go, everybody. All right, it's time for the Daily Motivator. Yes, indeed, here. Do a evening review at the end of the day to reflect on what went well and what you could do differently next time. Marilyn Sully. Very nicely said. All right, y'all, it's time for the Daily Motivator for Friday, May 15th, 2026. Here we go, everybody. Enduring value. In the push to maximize efficiency, personal interaction often gets minimized or eliminated altogether. Though there are plenty of rational reasons behind that approach, it can often be a false economy. When your connections with others are mediated by a pre-programmed system, a valuable dimension is lost. Hyper-efficient transactions don't form the basis for deep, enduring relationships. If you could have everything you ever wanted but would never have another genuine person in your life, would you take that deal? Hopefully not, yet that sometimes seems to be the way the world is headed. Fortunately, your world does not have to go that way. Although affordability, speed, and convenience do matter, you can choose to value the other people in your life even more. Look for opportunities to treat people you encounter as the unique, worthy individuals they are. Refuse to be dealt with as an anonymous data point and avoid seeing anyone else that way. The things that can be measured and endlessly optimized are unlikely to bring much richness to your life. Instead, prioritize people, authentic experience, positive presence, and value that endures far beyond the moment. Ralph Morrison. Wow. Disney, Disney, did you hear that? Did you hear that? All right, let's talk about it. First thing I would say, when your connections with others are premeditated by a pre-programmed system, a valuable dimension is lost. I think that Disney is on that pre-programmed system. Their decision-making for the movies and TV shows are by metrics, not by the connection that they have with the audience, right? And I think that's why the Devil Wears Prada 2 has done so well. I mean, it's made $426 million at the box office. It's because it honored the old by bringing something new, but still allowing the fans to feel something real, right? And it's not easy to do. But when the fans can create more things that are exciting than the company, that's not only a problem, that is a detrimental state to be in, right? So if you want to be able to create connections, you have to get out of that pre-programmed system, right? So that's the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say here, give me a moment as I get to the daily movie time, is this here. Although affordability, speed, and convenience do matter, you can choose to value the other people in your life even more. Although affordability, speed, and convenience do matter, you can choose to value the other people in your life even more. Although affordability, speed, and convenience do matter, you can choose to value the other people in your life even more. I think so many times we think if we get it quicker, it'll be a better product or service, but that's not the case. Think about, for example, I'm trying to think of something that has endured for a long time. Think about Sonic, for example. When you get that blue coconut slush, which is my favorite slush, by the way, when you get that blue coconut slush, it is the anticipation, right? But also, too, it is the care of how blue the slushy is. It is the care of how icy it is. It's the care about the retention rate in the cup. All the little things that you don't care about make that blue coconut slush amazing. So remember, the little things that don't matter are actually the big things that allow you to enjoy everything that you care about, right? And finally, I thought this was so powerful. It says right here, where is it? 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 Right here. Refuse to be dealt with as an anonymous data point and avoid seeing anyone else that way. Refuse to be dealt with as an anonymous data point and avoid seeing anyone else that way. Refuse to be dealt with as an anonymous data point and avoid seeing anyone else that way. I think also, too, that's where Disney is. They think because they have the resources to create things at a speed and convenience that they believe they can negate creativity. They can negate, optimism. They can negate caring about audience. And they treating their fans like data points in order for them to have paychecks. Truth hurts when it's said out loud, ain't it? So the thing I would say to you is, if you feel like you are a part of a graph, but yet your impact on the graph can't be explained, cut the people that you need to out your life. Cut the places that you need to not go to out your life. Cut anything that's not valuable to you. Life is too short to just be a dot when you can be the solution in a whole PowerPoint, or be the main topic in a PowerPoint, rather. All right. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why it's one thing to call yourself, it's another to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I rather have some time with you. You spend time with me. And hopefully, if I spend time together, Roz will be great together. And I always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just calling the executive out on his bullshit just to showcase that he is just saying anything to have a job. But the guy, guess what? The fans, he doesn't have a job, because if Disney's not making any money, they don't need a chief financial officer because they're broke. Make sure the replay is not just for if you're watching, not just for you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I make sure I always remember, see love you gotta give, or see love you gotta give, or see love you gotta give it. Where obstacles you overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all, I'm not saying that BFP Imagineering's plans and Brainley's plans are going to save Disney. I'm not saying that at all. But I'll just ask you this. If you looked at our plans and you looked at what Disney's doing right now, which one makes you more excited? If it's our plans versus theirs, Disney is in a pit. And they better hope that at the bottom of that pit is not snakes. Yeah. And if they would listen to the fans, they probably wouldn't have fallen in that pit of snakes. By just trying to leave fans' perspective instead of listen to the fans in order to know how to get out of that dangerous temple of their own thinking. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming for the blessed the only way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as culture. I feel the love that's in right back to you. By the way, if this is your last tour for the evening, good evening to you. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, based on your location. And come back tonight at 8:30, which is coming up here in just 31 minutes, because we're going to talk about Byron Allen. I think I figured out the game plan that he has for BuzzFeed. And oh, buddy, when I tell y'all the plan, there's going to be two sides of Hollywood that are going to be very excited. Legacy Hollywood's going to be like, oh, fuck. Everybody who's trying to get in the door is going to say, oh, fuck. I'll see y'all at 8:30. I'll see y'all at 8:30 rather. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that They have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons. But you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make.
Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Bradley over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn.